Welcome back to Growth Over Easy. I was recently in a training to advance my skills as a couples practitioner, and something came up in the training that just hit me because it's so applicable to multiple areas of life. And it's when you're working with someone, whether it's an individual or a couple, as a practitioner, you are aware of when you're making assumptions about the case in front of you. And what practitioners or anyone that might be making assumptions about something, they may think that they are picking up on something. So I'm picking up on what this person was saying. I'm picking up on the emotion that was under this. I'm picking up on their intention. I'm picking up on their meaning. And we can do this in a lot of areas of life, right? Our partner can say something to us and we start to infer meaning from it, thinking that we're just picking up on something they're not saying. But what the instructor in this training said to us that just he said it, I was like, yes, that is so good. He said, are you picking it up or are you making it up? And that can apply to so many areas of life, particularly our romantic relationships when we're interacting with our partner. Because a lot of the time we think that we're picking up on something they mean because of their tone. We're picking up on something they're saying for this reason or that reason. But the reality is we're making it up. We are making up a story in our head about something having meaning that may not have any meaning at all. And this is where assumptions get really messy. And you've probably heard me say it before if you've listened to this podcast for a while, but assumptions kill communication. Assumptions, they take us out of curiosity. They take us out of asking questions and being open that we might not have the answer. And what I see happen a lot in relationships when I'm working with people is that communication breaks down because you think you know what your partner will say. You think you know what your partner is thinking. You think you know what your partner is feeling. So you stop asking questions. You stop communicating. You stop being curious and you start to make stuff up thinking that you're just picking up on what is going on. And the antidote to making assumptions, to catching yourself when you're inferring things and making things up, is curiosity. It's asking the question. It's saying, is this what you mean or is it something else? And the more that we train ourselves to do that, when we train ourselves to truly deal with what's in front of us, to deal with what's being said and not rely on the things that we think we're picking up. Now, don't get me wrong. Your instincts, that's a real thing. Having good instincts or insight and you might even be able to notice something in your partner like, oh, she's a little upset today. I'm going to check on her. It feels like something's off. But even if you're feeling like something's off or you're having an instinct that something's up, don't just rely on that instinct. Ask the question. Get clarity. If your partner's walking around the house and you find yourself on eggshells and you think they're mad about something that was said earlier in the day, ask them if they're mad about that thing. If you notice that, your wife came home and she seems really sad and down and your instinct says she's upset, go to her. See if she's upset about something. Start the conversation. And so if you find yourself in a place of, I make assumptions about what people think and about what people feel, I want to challenge you to get curious and ask the question. Don't just trust what you're picking up because a lot of times our brains can be biased, especially if we're trying to protect ourselves from something. You might be walking on eggshells and you're the one that actually put down the eggshells you're walking on because your partner doesn't have any ill feelings towards you, or that friend that you think is annoyed that you're talking to them, they may have something entirely else going on. And if you just trust that, well, I pick up that they're annoyed and you make it about you, that can be detrimental to the friendship. So again, the antidote to making assumptions to things that you're picking up on is curiosity, is being honest with yourself that I'm making this up and I'm going to now get curious to see if this is true. I'm going to test it. I'm going to ask so that I'm operating from a place of clarity and not from assumption. I hope this helps, and I hope you choose growth this week.
If you enjoyed this episode and you're a fan of the show, please subscribe and leave us a review. If you'd like to connect, you can join me over on Substack or follow me on Instagram @LillyRachels. Let's build love that grows.